Dragon Ball Super is not a sequel series to Dragon Ball Z. Here's why. So for the people who weren't aware, in April of 2015 a new anime series in the Dragon Ball franchise was announced, titled Dragon Ball Super. It would take place in the same time slot as the previously airing series, Dragon Ball Kai, which was a revised version of Dragon Ball Z. When the initial news was dropped that Super would be actually released, many news articles claimed that it was a sequel series to Dragon Ball Z, which is kind of incorrect. This is due to the fact that Dragon Ball Super is actually a pre-sequel. Now let me explain here. The first couple of story arcs of Super were retellings of the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F movies. They used the same plot line, but extended scenes out and added details never seen in the feature films. For example, in the movie version of Resurrection F, it never explains how Goku and Vegeta receive their new outfits, but Super fills in that gap. Dragon Ball Super also has elements of the special Yosun Goku's Friend's Return, with Goku working as a radish farmer as requested by Chi-Chi. Anyway, with Dragon Ball Super being based off Battle of Gods and Resurrection F initially, it means Super is in the same time frame as those movies, during the 10-year gap from Majin Buu's defeat to the 28th Tenkaichi Budokai where Oob appears. The final episode of the Dragon Ball Z anime, or chapter 519 of the Dragon Ball manga, was set after the 10-year time skip between Majin Buu's defeat and Peaceful Times. So, since Dragon Ball Super is set in the 10-year gap, it means it's a sequel to the Majin Buu arc, but a prequel to Dragon Ball Z's final episode, making it a pre-sequel. The Universe 6 arc and the Future Trunks arc as well on Super are set in the 10-year gap, by the way, so it's not just the movie remakes. According to Toriyama in 2013, he wrote Battle of Gods and therefore Dragon Ball Super's first arc to be between the time skip because all of the characters would be at their peak in strength. Even when Super was actually announced by Toei, they said nothing about it being a sequel anime to Dragon Ball Z. In fact, Toei just said it was the first new Dragon Ball anime in 18 years in their announcement. So there you have it, Dragon Ball Super is a continuation of the anime franchise, but not really a continuation of the main storyline, since the definite ending is still Goku flying off with Oob and Z, and surprisingly enough, the closest thing we have to an actual sequel to Dragon Ball Z, at least the anime, is Dragon Ball GT, which was written by Toei and not seen as official to the manga storyline. Or actually, any storyline at this point. Now over to you guys, do you like how Toriyama handled the time placement of Dragon Ball Super? Where would you have liked to see the series fit into their Dragon Ball timeline? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now make sure to subscribe, comment and share this video out. Seriously, this would be a great help to me and my channel. Anyway, see you later.